Good morning, you guys. You are tuned into another episode of the Let's Be Honest podcast. I am your humble host, Big Bro Tone, and as always, I have a great episode for you guys. First things first, I want to say thank you for tuning into the episode. We are on episode 16. So, progress is a process. Each building block, we're getting more and more into that mansion, you feel me? So, just want to thank you guys for tuning in and, lending me your eyes and ears. You know, I know it's not an easy thing to do. I know we got so many distractions in everyday life. I know we got so many distractions just on these devices, our cell phones. So I thank all of you guys for giving me your undivided attention and tuning into the podcast. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. It's always dope for new visitors. We always got dope conversation here, dope dialogue between me and you guys. So I always want you guys to chime in, leave comments, send me messages on Instagram, just do all kind of things. Any way you see fit, just tell me about the content. Tell me how you feel about the content. If I said something that you agree with, if you didn't agree with, I'm always trying to spark dialogue. So thank you guys for tuning into the Let's Be Honest podcast. I am nothing without you guys, as always, like I always say. And hopefully I can keep doing this to the best of my ability, and hopefully you guys can grow with me throughout this whole process that I'm on. But I want to get to the stuff I want to talk about. It was a dope Friday for music, a hard ass Friday for music. Friday just passed. We had these are two projects I really want to talk about. I don't really care about no other projects. G Herbo on Southside dropped Swervo, and Dave East dropped Karma 2 with DJ Holiday. And that couldn't have been a better Friday. Like, there couldn't have been a better day for those two to drop. Because, for one, summertime is a very competitive window for music. So if you're trying to drop in the summertime, you got to make sure you pick that right weekend. For the most part, if you drop your album on the day of like a Drake or a Kanye or not even a Uzi, a Beyonce, or if you drop an album on the same day as anybody bigger than you, you fucked. If you drop a project on a day where it's 4 or 5 of your contemporaries, your peers, dropping the same day, and they probably do the same type of music in some respect, then it's going to take away from yourselves. This couldn't have been the perfect day for those two, because like they pretty much rap about the same type of stuff, right? But they fan bases, I feel like, they blend well, and they also differ in some respect also. G Herbo been on much before Dave East, but at the same time, Dave East's rise to the level where he's at now has been so quick, fast, and in a hurry. So I feel like it's a pretty dope parallel between G Herbo and Dave East. G Herbo being from Chicago, Dave East being from Harlem, New York. So it's just it was a dope Friday for music in general. I listened to both of those projects, and I continue to go back and forth between the two, like, all the time. Like, those projects are two of the hardest pieces of content that's dropped all summer. The hardest, as far as delivery, content, just talking that street shit. Cause I'm not a street nigga, so the closest I'll ever get to is through the music, and I love that shit, honestly, because I'm a firm believer in being able to like put yourself in somebody else's situation, or put yourself in somebody else's shoes, just to understand the way they, just to understand how they was living. In other words, empathy. You know what I mean? Listen to those two, like, they always say music gives you like that feeling. Like, they always say music make you want to do stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and I ain't gonna hold you. Like when I listen to these guys, they make me feel like one of the hardest niggas on the block. Like I ain't gonna hold you. And like I said, I'm not no street nigga at all. But when I listen to these niggas, it's like I just get into a zone. Like matter of fact, I listen to these guys when I'm in the gym because I gotta get that energy off, like in some shit, way or form. But where do I want to dive into G Herbo's first, or I think I'm gonna dive in. Let's dive into G Herbo's first because, like, I think out of the two, that one might be my favorite. Not because one is better than the other, but just because I don't know, like G Herbo. I don't know, like I fuck with G Herbo heavy. I fuck with Dave East heavy too, but G Herbo, like I've been fucking with him since he was 16 doing this shit, and I think he's 22 now. You know what I mean? My man basically grew up in his rap shit, and like Dave East kind of got started a little later. Dave East obviously is older, but as far as like rap years go, G Herbo got him a little beat, so I kind of had more time to live with G Herbo. So I'm gonna start there. So yeah, like G Herbo's album Swervo with Southside. He hooked up with 808 Mafia producer Southside. I'm pretty sure y'all know all of Southside's productions. Y'all know the ad lib. Southside. Y'all know the moniker. But as far as the project goes, like I like it a lot. And the songs, you see, G Herbo was he's in a unique position right now in his life. He just had his first son, his first child actually, with his girlfriend, and their relationship is real public. So you already y'all know who she is. But yeah, I just think it's dope how sometimes like life-changing events, particularly like children or relationships or whatever, can tweak the way the music is delivered. Don't get it twisted. G Herbo's still talking his shit, but a lot of his music is a good amount of these songs, a few of these songs are very like, how do you say, they mean something to him more. Like they mean a lot more to him, you could tell. You could really tell, like on songs like Letter, where he pretty much talking to his son, talking to his baby mom, you know, just explaining like, you know, what led up to that point and how his plan is to make sure they got what they need and they never have to worry another day in the world. Like, and it's just a hard ass track that kind of tells G Herbo's story like in between as well. You know, like I said, pretty much tells what led up to this point. Like G Herbo really is growing up before our eyes, and like a lot of people like respect that. G Herbo always kept it. He always stood on it like when like throughout his whole time in the game, never been tested as far as just never been disrespected. Never his loyalty or his credibility never been questioned. So you know when you hear him rapping a little softer or certain music, you feel him more. You know it's coming from a real organic place. And like the project, like I said, it's hot. 14 tracks. He got features such as 21 Savage, Chief Keef, Young Thug, Juice WRLD, and Lil Uzi. Now, I gotta admit, the song with Chief Keef, hard, yo. It seems like I'll be honest with y'all. These Chicago niggas made it real cool to rap off the beat. Not like and like no jokes. Like these niggas made it real dope. Made it possible, I feel like, for niggas to rap off the beat. They try to fit so many words into some of their bars, but it works. That shit just come off like being one of the hardest things ever. G Herbo and Chief Keef, they really bounced off each other in that song. In the song, what's it called? Shit. Catch Up. They really bounced off each other in that song, literally going back and forth. And I ain't gonna hold you, I love Chief Keef's flow in that joint. Herbo was bodying it too, of course, But I'm not the biggest Chief Keef fan, so when I saw the feature, I wanted to listen to it just to see where they would take it. And Chief Keef really floated through that drum. Stayed in his lane, stayed in his pocket. And I like the overall, how do you say, I like the way he used his voice in those songs, especially like towards the end of his sentences or towards the end of his bars. Like I really fuck with like the way they put that song together. The production is dope. I like the hook, and it just seems like one of those songs where they just like, it's one of those songs where they running up on you, or like they just like running through, and you gotta like catch up. Literally, like you gotta like it's such a fast paced song. Get your heart and your blood racing for sure. It's definitely like a hard, fast paced song. So that's definitely one of my favorite checks off that drum. I already talked about Letter, where he talked about his son, Focused. Yo. The name of the song speaks for itself. I don't think I ever heard G Herbo ever. Like, he bodies songs. I'm not saying like one of his hottest tracks. I'm saying like I don't think I ever heard him so focused on a song as far as like the way he floating on the beat, the way he implanting his bars like with like within the production. The change in flows, he was so focused on that track. It was intense. I'm listening to it, like I had to run it back because it's like I'm like, damn, like this nigga really bodying this shit. You know what I mean? So Focus is really a hard ass song. Honestly, with Juice WRLD, that's a dope song too. That song is a little different for G Herbo. Just because of Juice WRLD is from Chicago and he got real close ties with Bibby and Herbo and all them niggas. So it makes sense in that respect. But as far as like the type of music and like sonically, how sonically Juice WRLD sound in comparison to G Herbo sound, very different. But as we all know, that Juice WRLD's proved that he can rap too. But on this song, he pretty much carried the hook and carried like pretty much like the bridge and the outro of the song. Very dope record. Very dope record. G Herbo didn't go above and beyond as far as like out of his pocket or out of his lane. He let Juice WRLD lead the song. It seems as though he let Juice WRLD's vocals lead the song, and he just filled in the gaps. He started off like bodying that shit as always. G Herbo is always body shit when you think about it. He never approaches any song with any less effort than the last. Like he's really one of those artists that just you really hear the effort, the energy, the passion with like through his voice and through the lyrics. Like he's really one of those artists. And what a lot of people probably don't know, G Herbo was very independent. Like G Herbo is, he got a partnership with a label. I forget what label. I don't know if it's Epic or not. I'm not entirely sure. Like, don't quote me on that. I'm not entirely sure, but I know he got a small partnership with Epic where they just help as far as I guess distribution and whatever. Pretty much, he pays for everything out of his pocket. He do everything because, like in using some of his words, he in it for the long run. See, he about the long game. Pretty much focusing on the legacy and not just the moment. His motto is if he's able to prove that if he's able to maintain budget and prove that he can move on his own using his own money, the label won't ever, I guess, hold something against them. Because a lot of these deals work like this: you get signed, and then you get fronted, or you get a signing bonus, or you get whenever these rappers sign a deal. Let's say the average rapper signed an average record deal. Most of the time they get an advancement, an advance on their deal. Most likely in the millions, and that money goes in their pocket, sure. But what a lot of people don't know is that money is supposed to be used for budget, studio time. It's literally supposed to fund everything you need to do to keep the content flowing forward. But a lot of artists, they splurge. Of course, you want to take care of yourself. You want to do what you got to do to get get your family where you want. But the thing is, why take the upfront money when the back end is really where it's at? See, that's where G Herbo was like thinking. Don't take like the upfront money. Like don't sell your soul, sell your master. See, and that's the thing too. Like let me finish my thought. Don't sell your soul and don't sell your content for the front end. That's not where all the money is. All the money is in the back end, the long game. A lot of these artists aren't betting on themselves long enough. And G Herbo been betting on himself from the grip, maintain independence, and he had a vision. Despite his trials and tribulations, the ups and downs, he stuck to the vision. He didn't allow his downs to influence his mission. I think it's real dope. It's extremely dope, actually, that he's able to move and pay for everything out of pocket and then reap all the benefits in the long run. With that advancement, it's literally taking money. If anything, it's petty changed. Whatever they give you in the front end, just know the back end is probably double that or triple that. Never sell your soul for your content, ever. Just to get on, never. Another dope thing, this nigga owned all his masters. If you're not really into music and into hip hop or just understand the way that shit work, your masters is pretty much like the original versions of your music. It's like if you own your masters, you own the music. You know what I mean? Not no copy or nobody send you in the email, and no, you own your masters. You own the raw original versions of your music. And when you own the masters, that means you can literally do whatever you want with the music. You can post it anywhere, for free or not for free. That's the beauty about owning your masters. I mean, the name is in itself makes sense. Master. When you're the master, no one is above you. No one supersedes your authority or supersedes your delegation. So, by him owning his masters, it puts him in a position to, one, create the music how he sees fit. Two, use the music however he sees fit. And he gets all the publishing and the residuals from the music, like past and future. He gets all he owns it. Jay-Z is one artist that owns, if not all, 90% of his masters. That's why you don't see his music or a good amount of his albums on. You don't see a good amount of. You don't see none of his albums on like Apple Music or Spotify, SoundCloud. You don't see none of his music pretty much anywhere except for Tidal. You just won't find it because he owns his masters, and that's where he wants his music to be placed. What he's doing is he's monopolizing his content through Tidal, making it where as though that's the only location, that's the only locale that you can, that's the only platform you can listen to his music on. Especially the Jay-Z you really want to hear. The earlier Jay-Z and the Blueprints and, Black Albums and Reasonable Doubts. The Dynasty, like in my lifetime, all those albums, all those projects, they're on Tidal because Jay-Z owns his masters, and that's where he decided to put the music. See, he can do what he wants with it because he owns his masters. So, G Herbo is in a great position right now. He only 22. I think I'm older than G Herbo. I'm 23. He might be 22, maybe my age, whatever. The boy is young, and he only gonna get better as an artist, only gonna get better as a businessman, only gonna get better as a human being and a father. So the man is constantly evolving. And when you watch his interviews, like I was watching his interview on Everyday Struggle, with Wayno, Nadeska, and DJ Academics, and I was watching his interview on The Breakfast Club with Southside on with Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, and DJ Envy. Shout out to all those guys doing their thing right now on the highest level. What he constantly was preaching throughout the interview was his drive, what he doing it for, why he's so motivated, and why he's so in touch with his business. He's so hands on with his business. It's crazy. Like he know the ins and outs of his budgeting. He know if he able to stay. He know that he got his budgeting so locked in key that he knows exactly how much he needs as far as like living expenses. Then he knows if he stay within that budget, boom, he could do this over here with the music shit. If he stay within his budget, boom, like he just know that if he control the budgets, he will always be cool. Just stay with just control the budgets and know when and when not to pop. You know what I mean? Know when and when not to invest and whatnot. He even got a plan going on back in Chicago in the Southside, I believe, in the heart of Chicago, right in the hood. He trying to build like a recreational center or like a media facility for the youth, so they can get involved and be in music, media or dance, or it's just a multimedia facility that allows for all children to be as creatively free as they possibly can and learn more about themselves than they ever would. He's a strong investor in that, and that's a project he's working on. That's definitely a passion project, and like I support that G Herbo. That's really a dope ass thing. Honestly, a lot of kids I feel like multimedia facilities are necessary, especially in some of these neighborhoods, because a lot of these kids just want to be entertainers anyway, because that's what they see, and that's what appears to be, the only way out. Well, if you're gonna show them, the entertainment industry, show them that there's many ways to get money in it, not just bounce a ball or talk through a mic or rap, sing, a job. Like, there's other ways in the media industry to be successful and be creative and just explore your opportunities. So G Herbo is really putting on for the city, like putting on for Chicago for that one, because that city definitely need a light to shine on. Definitely need a light. But just back to the project, Pac and Dre, a dope ass track. How I Grew Up with 21 Savage. He even got the Who Run It remix on here. I'm pretty sure that was put on there like for streaming purposes. You want to get all them streams, because Who Run It remix got streamed a lot. But Swervo is a dope project, without a doubt. A solid project. G Herbo, he never really disappoints me. Maybe it's because I know what I'm getting from him, and he never really strays too far from that. But if you listen to the music from if you go back to old G Herbo, the dude got his start young. He actually got put on. By Bibby. Bibby put him on. I think Bibby put him in the studio, because at first Bibby was popping first. He was rapping, and Herbo. Yeah, Herbo. I think Bibby put him on his first song, put him in the studio, and Herbo just took off from there. People heard the music, and they just got hooked onto him. It wasn't even once the music dropped, it was crazy. It started with the Kill Shit record. When G Herbo and Bibby dropped Kill Shit, that was when everybody got put on notice. Back then he was Lil Erg, but he changed his name G Herbo. But people got put onto him through the Kill Shit record, and that's how I got put onto him. Them Chicago, that was around the time at the height of drill rap. I know some artists probably don't like calling just putting themselves in a box or some shit like that. But I guess if you're going to just generalize that type of music from Chicago, drill rap, they were some of the heavy hitters in drill rap, and G Herbo, came in under Lil Bibby, and Bibby just pretty much just gave him the keys to just do his thing and just go forward. The song has been viewed over 15 million times on YouTube. It's really one of the earlier, most craziest success as far as just garnering attention and impact. Then Herbo dropped Welcome to Phaserland, which is, I don't know, like I think G Herbo. What could you consider that a classic mixtape? I don't know that. Well, Welcome to Phaserland is one of the hardest mixtapes, just because of like it was Herbo in one of his like rawest forms. Like it was him like literally just like sharpening the tool and trying to just trying to separate himself from separate himself from the rest. Welcome to Phaserland was hot. That came out in 2014 in February. That just goes to show you, was that 4 years ago? Like, and it's 2018. Like, boy's still relevant. G Herbo is one of those artists that he real loyal to the soil, and he really put on for the people that died either for him or around him or the people he loved. Like, he named Phaserland after a friend of his, Faison Robinson, who was killed. So G Herbo always been that guy just to put on for the city, put on for his people. Always been that. Yeah, G Herbo always been that guy that just put on for his people, especially like the ones that ride for him. Like he even did the same thing like on Ball Like I'm Kobe. That was one of his most anticipated projects. He was campaigning for that joint for years, and I think that's one of my favorite G Herbo projects. Not, I guess maybe because I was waiting for it for so long, but like you really feel him on every record. In my opinion, like you feel him on every record. Like that record was like dedicated to somebody. Like he really cared about. You know what I mean? He had came out with projects before that too, like the Pistol Pete project. The boy came out with Humble Beast. Came out with For My Fans. Always released freestyles and music. Boy, he really been consistent for a long time. Never really strayed too far from the path. And the boy on his way up. I'm excited for G Herbo's career. Where's it going? He's so young, but he's so old when it comes to this rap shit. Like I don't know what you want to call it, man. It's a lot of these young guys that it's like they got so much time and they got pedigree as far as they got respect, and like you gotta respect a lot of these new guys. You know what I mean? You got to. So G Herbo, like, salute to you. Congratulations on the new baby. Proud of you, bro. And at the same time, I want to say the project Swervo, hard. Southside, dope production, my man. Dope production. Dope bars. Dope lyrics. Dope features. The project was a success. Damn, can't even talk. The project was a success. So, Swervo, definitely an A1 project. A1. But shifting gears, Dave East's Karma 2. Man. You see, Dave never disappoints. And Dave always bodying that shit. Dave got one of the most distinct flows in hip hop, I think, right now. As far as like some of the newer guys in the game, Dave released so many projects, but at the same time, like he's still considered like a new guy. You know, I don't think he's had that classic album yet. I'm not even sure if he's released. Well, I think he released. Which was Kyrie Chanel. See, I don't even know. Like, I don't even think he's released an album yet. I think all of these have just been like projects. I don't think none of these have been considered like his debut album. I think he's just been building a lot of anticipation and a lot of, you know, pedigree and notoriety like within the rap game, and just trying to, you know, show that he here, the music is there. I think he's trying to garner all that attention and just build that foundation and then drop the album, build that hype. And like I totally get it. But as far as Karma 2 goes, just staying on topic, I didn't know he was gonna make a part 2 to this at first, to be honest. But when I heard about it, I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely gonna be the move, because the first Karma was hot. Every song was like a banger for real, and like you could tell Karma is the project for Dave East to pop his shit. What I mean is, normally Dave East he's like a street conscious. Like it's like weird. Like he tells story. He one of those artists that tells stories, and you know he's his loyalty and his resilience shines through the music, and he's more of a he just more of a passionate artist when it comes to like that street shit and like you know his storytelling. Karma is like him just you know talking his shit, stunting, you know flexing, you know how many cars you got, how many bitches, like how much money. Like that's that project for him. I noticed that like he's finding a way to carve out the nuances in his style of music. He's almost similar to the way Logic has like the Bobby Tarantino tapes, which is him popping his shit, and the other tapes, which is like him being more conscious. He's kind of like distinguishing himself as an artist in regards to, okay, if you want to hear me pop my shit, it's over here. If you want to hear me be on my conscious street shit, it's over here. So he's really forming his own cloud of like support, and he's getting it from both sides of the street. Some people is more so street intellectuals, and they want to hear like songs like Powder off of P2. You know, they want to hear songs like Type of Time off of Kyrie Chanel. You know, that's that one side of the street. Then you got the other side of the street that want to hear songs like Nobu off of Karma 2. You got you got guys that want to hear songs like shit. You got guys that want to hear songs like Check or Hate Being Broke or Enough off of the first Karma. You got guys that probably want to hear songs like Phone Jumping off Paranoia. Like, you know, it's just he understands that his fan base has depth and is vast. So what he's doing is he's hitting them from both sides to make sure they get his entire message and what he stands for. Because you got artists that just pop their shit and don't find that balance of, you know, talking to the streets and giving them the real, and regarding just like how street life really is. You got some that just talk about the facade and the fun part of it, and they'll tell you the realness, the shit that come with it that get to that point. So Dave East is definitely bleeding his honesty through the music. As far as the project is hot. It's one of my favorite songs off the project is Highly Anticipated with Lil Durk. He got a lot of features on this project, by the way, a lot. But they all shine on their own. Like, I don't think he really gets outshined by like all his features. Like, you can tell certain songs they were just like trying to make the best song possible, no matter like who takes the lead on it or not. But he got artists like Don Q, shout out to High Bridge, Fabulous, Lil Durk, Black Boy JB, Gunna, Trouble, more other artists too. Like he got a lot of features on his joint. He got Border Buck, King Shooter, I believe. Like he got a lot of artists on his joint. Obviously DJ Holiday, doing his rant in the middle. You know what I mean? You can't really go you can't go too long without a holiday season. So, one of my favorite songs is Highly Anticipated, featuring Lil Durk. Traumatized with King Shooter is hard. Leveling Up with Fabulous. Fabulous bodied that verse. Fabulous bodied that verse on Leveling Up. It's like Davies really. He's released so much music in the past 2 years. Like when you think about it, like honestly, like the shit is scary. Like he is really flooding the streets, but the music is good. It's not lacking in quality for real, and he only just getting started. Like I got a feeling that this just him just talking his shit. Like he ain't even giving us like the the real him yet. I feel like we still learning more about this guy. Like Dave East is just on another level right now. He honestly next up. Like, don't get it twisted. He been doing this since 2010, but he finally got the attention and respect he deserved. I want to say once the project Hate Me Now came out. Once Hate Me Now came out, I think that was the one that kind of catapulted him to, okay, people got to pay attention. And then, after that, Kyrie Chanel came out, and just from that, from that point forward, it was just curtains. He had dropped, Black Rose, stuff like that. He had dropped other shit, Born Broke, Die Rich, EP with Core in 2016. He dropped other shit, but he started gaining that real traction. I want to say around 2015, 2016, for sure. And that's when he just started going crazy. Yeah, he just gained so much traction around 2016, 2015. He just took off, and the boy didn't really look back. Like, let's really do a backtrack. So, mind you, he got a lot of other projects, like mixtapes that he dropped, like in 2010, 2011, in 2012. Nobody really was, hip to him by then. He dropped Black Rose in 2014 and stuff like that. So, let's just start at Black Rose. So, he dropped Black Rose in 2014, July. Then dropped Straight Outta Harlem, December 2014. Then Hate Me Now, October 2015. Then Kyrie Chanel. See, yeah, you can tell this is around the time he got signed, because the time difference between Straight Outta Harlem and Hate Me Now, even Kyrie Chanel, especially the time difference between Hate Me Now and Kyrie Chanel, which is pretty much like a year. That's how he had kind of got signed. He was getting everything situated. So Hate Me Now, October 1st, 2015. Kyrie Chanel, September 2016. But before Kyrie Chanel, he dropped the EP with Core, Born Broke, Die Rich, in August 2016. Then August 2017, he dropped Paranoia. After Paranoia came Karma in 2017, November. After Karma came Paranoia 2. After Paranoia 2, Karma 2. Literally not wasting no time. Literally not skipping a beat. In today's day and age, that's the way you gotta release your music. Especially if you're a much more a newer act, I guess you'll say. Once you build that pedigree, you kind of can just release the music how you please. But when you trying to build up that traction, you gotta release the music, keep the streets hot, keep everybody like, yo, like, who is this Dave East nigga? Like, you gotta just flood them. You gotta flood them until these motherfuckers drown. And like, Dave East is doing that. And trust me, like, I can't swim, but shit, I'm learning. Like, I'm fucking with this nigga wave right now. Dave East one of the hardest rappers out right now. Like, I always I put him in that, like, when it comes to like those New York artists, or just like the rap scene in general. If I want to place him in like a category or like a section of hip hop, he kind of with those Jadakiss guys. He's with that crew. You know what I mean? Like, Dave East, just cause like the world we live in and the style of music, like, he never gonna like be able to touch like every fan. You know what I mean? His music is not that universal. He got a pocket, obviously, but the man got longevity. He got quality. He got skill, talent, ambition, drive. You see it through the music. You see it through the videos. You hear it in the music, especially. So he got a mission. He can't allow himself to go back to the projects. You know what I mean? He got goals, got reasons to keep doing this shit. So, Dave East, I salute you, my brother. Like, the project is hard. project is hard. Y'all need to go check out that Karma 2. It just came out this past Friday. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Lil Durk dropped a project just at midnight. Like, seriously, like, I think Durk dropped the project at midnight. Like last night, midnight. I posted something on the gram about it. Chicago was killing shit right now. No pun intended. Like, Chicago's killing shit. It's something to behold, honestly. Like, Chicago really, them in Atlanta, like, those guys, they dictate the sound to a degree. It's crazy. Like they got Atlanta never going to fall off ever. Atlanta will never fall off. But the way Chicago has just come to the forefront, like artists like Chance the Rapper, G Herbo, Lil Durk, Bibby, Chief Keef, you got other artists from Chicago, Common, obviously the OG, Kanye, pray for Kanye. Who else from Chicago? So Chicago just gives us so many dope creators, even outside of music. So, like, let me see if this Lil Durk joint actually dropped, because if it didn't, I'm gonna be upset, because he got me all excited. That shit better drop. I knew that shit wasn't gonna drop. I knew that shit was not gonna drop. You know what I'm saying, man? Can't be doing that shit. My bad, y'all. I'm upset. Like, I thought Durk dropped that joint like he said he was gonna do. I don't know if it was a song or a fucking mixtape, but this nigga literally just, I don't know, one of the greatest pump fakes ever. One of the greatest pump fakes ever, man. But it's alright though. I still fuck with you, Durk. I'm just waiting on that project. That's hopefully. I need that project ASAP. I'm checking Instagram. Fuck that. I need to know. Make it easy. Like, man, I don't know if it's man. All right. My bad, y'all. I'm kind of all over the place, but I was just really, really looking forward to the project. That's all. See, I love music so much, and I just be like when that shit drop, everything, I go right. Everything stopped for me. Like, I gotta listen to that shit. I just gotta find that shit. I love music so much, man. That shit just, hip hop in general, like, I just love hip hop. And hip hop is constantly on the rise. Hip hop is only growing, only just becoming more just in depth, and hip hop is just in a state of just constant growth, constant expansion, constant innovation. I love it. So, I think I might call this episode quits. I kind of got everything I wanted to talk about off my chest. Like, I wanted to talk about those two projects, like, in particular. Definitely, in particular. Because they two of the hottest niggas that's out right now. And on the street level, these projects will survive no matter what. On the street level, don't expect these niggas to go away. The streets will always keep these niggas alive. Always. Just because the energy and music, the vibe, the lifestyle, these guys will never go out of style. And you need both sides of the spectrum. You need both sides of the coin. You need both sides of the story being told. So, like, I salute these guys. I don't believe you got to be a part of a certain lifestyle or whatever to listen to certain music. Like, you listen to whatever the fuck you want to listen to. You know what I mean? If you vibe to it, it's you finding something in it that means something to you. You know what I mean? So, if you were tuning in, if you're still tuning in and you made it to the end of the episode, Thank you guys for staying locked in with me. Stomach growling. Gotta get something to eat. But I appreciate you guys for staying locked in with me. I really do appreciate that. Like this podcast is constantly just trying to grow and get better and just expand as far as, just content and reach and just influence. The goal is just for this podcast to just be that platform, that mecca, that location that every dope creator, especially black creators, but just every dope creator just has to come through and just touch down and touch bases like on this platform when you come to Philly. I just want this podcast to be that dope. As you guys can see, my podcast is not guest based at all, and the plan is to maintain that balance. I know I get a lot of questions in regards to, damn, who you gonna interview next? And just so you guys know, this podcast is not meant to be guest based, but guests will be included on episodes. At the end of the day, this is my baby, this is my platform, and I can't lose myself within all this shit. My goal is to promote others at the end of the day, and at the same time, I gotta take care of me too. Let's just keep it a buck. I want to give everybody a platform, a chance to just showcase what they working on, what they got going on, just what they doing that's just dope and different. Like, I'm a firm believer in creative people doing different things, and that's amazing to me in its own. So, you guys were tuned into the Let's Be Honest podcast. I'm your humble host, Big Bro Tone. I love you guys. Thanks for staying locked in with me. Come back for the next episode. It's always dope. I always got dope content for you guys. Peace, love, and respect. You guys stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry. Take care, man.